AI is going to end media. Like we are so close to it being over. I don't think people really
You mean
understand.
in terms of storytelling?
Yeah. I keep hearing from people. They're like, nah, AI will never capture that great storytelling that humans get. And it's like, no. You are wrong. You are wrong. We are a couple of years away from procedurally generated movies that hit.
Well, sure. I mean, you just give it a formula. Once you know the formula and you can crack that, then you can do any story.
This is how Netflix made House of Cards. Mm-hmm. They noticed that they had a really high viewership on political thrillers and Kevin Spacey movies and said, let's make a political thriller with Kevin Spacey.
Well, and then they also ripped off the British version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were basically like, we looked at our data and saw what people liked, and we're going to make this. Mm-hmm. Imagine what happens when AI, where we are right now with AI is already crazy. The Grok image generator is, for the first time, you can AI generate pictures of Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
And I know it seems silly, but it was actually difficult to do. You'd go to all these different AIs and it would give you this weird looking, mixed race woman, and it wouldn't really get Kamala. Now the Grok AI nails it. These AI videos that are coming out are getting better and better. A year or two from now, it's going to be indecipherable to the average person. Potentially a year or two from now, because of the exponential increase, it is going to be outright full-on procedurally generated movies where I'm going to type in or just voice to text, movie AI, give me a superhero movie where Spider-Man has to team up with Phil Labonte of All That Remains to take down Rhino, and Rhino's wreaking havoc in New York City, and make it compelling and put in a good love interest. And it'll just rendering.
How long ago was the Will Smith eating spaghetti video, AI video?
2 years ago?
Was that 2 years, 24 months maybe?
And it was just like weird and gross.
Yeah. And I remember we were talking, everyone was kind of wowed by that. It was like, wow, look at it move. It's still weird, but man, and everyone was saying, look, the next thing is going to be crazy. And nowadays, you can generate incredibly crazy stuff that looks absolutely real. I don't remember. I don't know the website or what. I think it was an Instagram account.
There's a bunch of websites.
Well, there was an Instagram account that makes these real weird, creepy ones. A lot of times they're using eggs or things that flow, and but the textures were what was really the most remarkable. Is the textures on smoke, the textures on, again, like eggs, and like there's kind of like flowing people that kind of, and it wasn't like it wasn't this fever dream kind of thing. The textures were very, very realistic. It was to the point where you were like, okay, that's on par with any kind of practical makeup that I've ever seen made in computer generated. So,
but anyway, I digress. Imagine what happens too when this comes into the podcast space. I've already talked to people in news who have said they are generating an AI likeness that can be fed a script and produce a video podcast of a person that looks normal, looks like any other video podcast.
Well, maybe the Democrats won't need to do their big plan. They have this big plan to try and combat Turning Point USA. They want to create their own Turning Point so that they can get their own Rogan, because they lost their old Rogan.
It's not going to...
Because it was Rogan. And yeah, it's very funny. But so they were talking about, in the New York Times, they were like talking to all of these, influencers and creators on the left who were saying, we weren't even getting any money until the last couple of months of the campaign. Nobody was paying us. And it's like, nobody was paying those meme guys in 2016. Yeah. Those guys all had day jobs and then were doing this stuff because it was their passion.
They're going to do it, because I can tell you guys right now, if you have the money, you can own the space. And it's not like it's so simple you can snap your fingers and do it, but there is an amount of money to get a channel as big or bigger than Rogan. The question is, do you want to pay it? Well, for a while, nobody did, because they didn't care about this space.
What do you mean? You just buy the channel? No,
you can just pay in marketing and easily build up a channel. You can make it so that it's a combination of so an outsider. If you've got $20 million, you can relatively easily get a 5 million subscriber channel and get hundreds of thousands of videos of views per video. You do need good talent. You can't just be some random moron. So easily what they do is they'll go on YouTube. They'll say, this channel's got 117,000 followers. Let's bring them in, refine them, give them the marketing, pump them up, put $20 million behind them, billboards, every city. Then we're going to plant stories in the press. We will make this person matter. We will make them bigger than Rogan, and they can do it. They just haven't bothered with it because they thought cable was king. They thought they still owned it.
They were with Van Jones over here.
Right. He's shocked by it.
Yeah, he's stunned.
Now, a lot of these networks understand that YouTube is growing. They have a presence on YouTube. They can see those numbers. It's not that they're stupid. It's that it's really simple. They're going, we make $50 million on TV with carriage fees and everything else, and we make $40 million on YouTube. So we're going to prioritize TV. Then this year it went and switched. Now they're going to say, okay, that's it. Our TV venture is not going to be surviving for the next year or two. Our priority has got to be building up in this podcast space. So we're going to need authentic sounding individuals who are going to fall in line and do as they're told. Disney and all these big companies are going to come in. And you may say, yeah, but Timcast IRL is a good show, right? It's authentic with real people. That's why I watch it. They will get close enough with their weird, fake acting schools and training. But where we cannot compete is they're going to put $20 million behind their people, not because they want to make money, because they want to own the influence space. YouTube is subsidized. Google pays money to control this media outlet, this media space, despite it costing them money. Do you think the Democratic Party establishment, the neocons and the neolibs are going to sit back and just not do that? Or do you think they're going to be like, we have billions of dollars under our control to spare? Or how about the deep state? Do you think untoward elements are going to sit back and just be like, I guess we lose control of the narrative? Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.